Okay, so good morning to all. Welcome back to political science class. Okay, so we are here at chapter number 2, Constitution. Okay, why and how. And so far we discussed about what the need of the Constitution, need of our Constitution, why it is. Okay, and we received an answer. Okay, what is that answer? We came to a conclusion. What is the conclusion? We need a set of rules and regulations to lead a secure life in society, right? Yes or no? If there is no such rules and regulations are existing, okay, the person or the individuals with the money power and muscle power will try to dominate over the minority, right? Mhm. Okay, so basically the constitution allows coordination and assurance. Coordination and assurance, right? That's the first function of the constitution. Okay, this allows coordination and assurance. Okay, so we discussed that. And the second function of the constitution, we know that, okay, so first function, already you underlined that the first function of the constitution is to provide a set of basic rules that allow for minimal coordination among the members of the society, right? Minimal coordination, okay, that provides security to each and every individual to lead a secured life or a free life in the society. Okay, next one, specification of decision making powers there. So related with this, we discussed that there are different kinds of or levels of governments are there in our country, right? This as the union government, the state governments, and the local self governments, right? And the constitution clearly says that, or clearly distinct the different powers of these levels of government. Clear. So last session I told that the state governments will not interfere in the powers of the central government, and the central government will not interfere in the powers of the state governments. Clear or not? Okay, and it is perfectly mentioned in the constitution the powers of different levels of government. Okay, if it is not so, what will happen there? There's a chance for quarreling, right? Conflict between the state and the central government, states and the central government. So it is clearly mentioned. Okay. Again, any troubles are there, any conflicts are there related with any particular issue, the constitution is stands as the final decision taker. Okay, clear or not? Okay, or the Supreme Court is termed as the umpire for such kind of decision. Supreme Court will take the final decision. Okay, that is based on the constitution or the framework of the constitution. Clear? Clear? Last class I told you that the powers of the central government. Okay, only central government will interfere in that. The powers of the state government, only state government will do that. Okay, some powers are there for the local self government, only local self government can do that. Clear? So clear cut distinctions is there, okay, or are there. The same time, no government is able to do something out of the framework of the constitution. Clear? Okay, no government is able to take any decision out of the framework of the constitution. That is basically mentioned in the what? Hmm? No, the directive principles of the state policy, right? Directive principle of a state policy, it's mentioned there. Clear. Powers of the states, powers of the central government. Okay, all such things are mentioned properly. Okay, so it is important for us. Okay, so finally we came to a conclusion. The second function of the constitution, okay, underline that. The second function of the constitution is to specify who has the power to make a decision in a society. Okay, that the central government, that the state government, or the local self-government. Clear? Clear. The second function of the constitution is to specify who has the power to make a decision in the society. Okay, it is said how the government will be constituted. Okay, what are the powers of the constitution? Clear or not? Is that clear or not? Hello?
Yes, sir.
So
Okay. So next topic for we people, it is limitations on the powers of government. Limitations. Okay. So each and every government facing this problem of limitations. Can you hear me? Hello? Okay. Some limitations are there for the powers of different governments. So what are they? What are they? That also mentioned clearly in the constitution. Some government should not do that, or some government should not do this. Okay. Okay, here. But this is clearly not enough. The powers that provided to the governments are not enough. Suppose you decided who had the authority to make decisions, but then this authority passes laws that you thought were patently unfair. Okay, so government is giving, sorry, constitution is giving powers to the central states and local self governments to take some decisions. Okay, but after taking such decisions, people came to know that these decisions, these rules or these regulations are not good. It is entirely bad, or we cannot follow that. Okay, clear or not? It prohibited you from practicing your religion, for instance. For example, the constitution, sorry, the government took a decision. Okay, nothing but, what is that? Hereafter, you cannot practice or follow your religion. Is that correct? Eh? As per an individual's attitude, we can say that we will react badly, right? The people, those who believed in one religion, one day government said that tomorrow onwards, your religion is invalid in our country. Nobody should practice that religion, which means it is a injustice. Okay, clear on this, this injustice, right? It prohibited you from practicing your religious, for instance, or it enjoined that clothes of a certain color were prohibited. Clear. And join, for instance, another thing. Okay, they prohibited one particular color. Okay, in the country. Tomorrow onward, citizen should not use this color or this colored dress. Okay, such kind of rules are we are unable to accept. Okay, we are unable to adjust with. Okay, or that you are not free to sing certain songs, or the people who belong to a particular group would always have to serve others and would not be allowed to retain any property. Okay, so government banned that tomorrow onwards you cannot sing this song, one particular song. Okay, or one religion or one caste group who want to do managerial job for a other caste group. Okay, like slaves, and they should not purchase any property, and they cannot own property. Injustice, right? They are unable to adjust with such kind of rules that made by the or created by the governments there. Okay, or the government could arbitrarily arrest someone, or that only people of the certain skin color would be allowed to draw water from the wells. Or government is declaring a, sorry, declaring a law that, okay, what is that, for arbitrary arrest. What do you mean arbitrary arrest? Without any reason the government has the power to arrest a citizen and keep him in jail. Okay, we cannot adjust with that. Okay, next one, the government made a law that some specified people with some colored skin, they cannot take water from the well. Colored skin means basically black colored people, right? They cannot take water from the well that is used by other people, one another. No, that also unfair. Clear? So governments, they have power to make different rules and regulations, but the rules and regulations, if it is injustice or it is not correct or it is not suitable for the society, definitely people will react against that. Clear? Okay, the government have the power to take decision, power to make the rules and regulations, but if it is, sorry, in case the rules and regulations are not good for the people, definitely we are able to find that the people's reaction against such kind of rules and regulations. Okay, so the right to or the power to make laws or rules doesn't mean that they are able to make rules against the will of the people. Okay, so the third function of the constitution is to set some limits on what government can impose on its citizen. These limits are fundamental in the sense that the government may never trespass them. Clear or not? What do you mean by that? Some limitations are there for the government. Clear or not? Government cannot make such kind of rules and regulation. Okay, that creating problem for the fundamental rights of the citizen. Fundamental rights of the citizen, or creating problem for the citizen in the society. So no governments are able to create such kind of rules and regulations. Okay, clear or not? It is against the constitution. Okay, such kind of things also mentioned in the constitution. So limitations are there for every government to make such or some rules and regulation that creating problem for the people. Clear? The third function of the constitution. So first function, okay, what is that? A set of rules and regulations are there that create a minimum coordination in the society. Okay, among the people. What is the second function of the constitution? What is the second function of the constitution?
Specify who has power.
Specify the constitution specifying that who has the power to make decisions, okay, or create rules and regulations. Clear or not? Second function. Third function says that there is a limitation is there for the governments. What is that? Governments cannot make such rules and regulation. It is against the will of the people or creating problem for the fundamental rights of the people, right? The constitution prohibits the governments to do so. Clear? The third function of the constitution. Okay. So all these things are clear or not? Clear or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next one, the constitution. So continuation of the same, the third function of the constitution. So the third function of the constitution is to set some limits on what the government can impose on its citizen. These limits are fundamental in the sense that government may never trespass them. There is no rights for the government to trespass. What do you mean trespassing? Huh? Trespassing.
Violated.
Violating the rules and regulations. Okay, in some near some properties, you can see this board. What trespasses will be prosecuted, right? You are observed that. Okay, so we cannot violate that warning. Clear or not? Okay, so as per the constitution, no government should trespass the fundamental rights of the people. Okay, so constitution limit the power of the government in many ways. The most common way of limiting the power of the government is to specify certain fundamental rights that all of us possess as citizens and which no government can ever be allowed to violate. Clear? The fundamental rights, 16 number, we know that no governments are powerful to violate these fundamental rights. They cannot do that. The constitution says that if any government do so, it is against the constitution. Clear? It is against the constitution and it is out of the framework of the constitution. The exact content and interpretation of these rights varies from the constitution to constitution. So different constitutions gives different fundamental rights to its people, right? Yes or no? As per their history, as per the culture of the country, there are different fundamental rights are there in different countries. Clear? Okay. In India, it is 6 in number. Once it was 7 in number, we know that one particular fundamental right is excluded. Okay. What is that? What is that? Any idea?
Right to property.
Right to property. Right to property. Citizen will be protected from being arrested arbitrarily and for no reason. There should not be can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, sir.
There should no arbitrary arrest. What do you mean arbitrary arrest? Without informing the reason to the culprit or an individual, the police department doesn't have any power to arrest basically. Clear or not? Okay, understand. If one person is arrested by the police, okay, within 24 hours the police want to bring him in front of the court, okay, in front of a judge. That is another one. If it is not doing so, it is all considering as arbitrary arrest. Okay, arbitrary arrest. It is against our freedom or fundamental right. Okay, citizen will normally have the right to some basic liberties. Okay, what is that? What are some basic liberties? Freedom of speech, expression, okay, freedom of belief, association, conduct trade or business, okay, clear or not? Like that, various rights are there for the individuals there, okay. So no government has the power to trespass this kind of freedom. Okay, in practice, these rights can be limited during time of national emergency, and the constitution specifies the circumstances under which these rights may be withdrawn. But one more thing is there. Okay, the final point is very much important for us. Clear? The constitution says that okay, there is no right for the government to trespass the fundamental rights, right or not? But what the final statement says that in case of emergency, in case of some special situations, some rights will be drawn by the government. Clear or not? So government can easily create such kind of situation, right? Yes or no? So that's what we are saying that there are numerous loopholes are there in the Indian constitution. Numerous loopholes are there. Easily we are able to escape from. Understand? So far we studied what we studied. There is no power for the government to create any problem for the citizen. And what the final statement says that if in case of emergency, government can do that. So it is easy for the government to create such kind of situations, right? Yes or no? Amal Roshan, is that clear or not? Yeah.
Sir,
Now, for example, we can say that it's a pandemic situation, right or not? So number of our rights, it is withdrawn, okay, by the government. Okay, what is that? Move freely within the territory of the country. We are unable to move freely. Where triple lockdown means if you are moved, so 20,000, 10,000 rupees is the fine. Okay, so we don't want to waste that money. One thing. Okay, the next thing is what is that? Freedom to assemble anywhere. Hmm? The pandemic deleted that right also. We cannot, we don't have such freedom now, right or not? We cannot do that. Next, freedom of education. That is there, but a number of kids are facing a problem today. Why is that? What is that? Because of lack of network connectivity, number of students in the rural area in Kerala and almost in the different parts of India, they're facing difficulty, right or not? Okay, so everyone will say that this online education is going in a good way, in a better way, or something like that. Only a few students like you people have the ability or chance to enjoy it. Clear or not? Because infrastructure facilities are that developed in our city limits there, right? But in the rural area, it is not like that. Clear? Okay. So in villages, sorry, cities, you know that some particular network providers are there like VI. Okay. Vodafone Idea, Airtel. Okay. So sometimes their network is very low, right or not? You people will face, sometimes you face troubles there, right? Yes or no? Then just think about the rural area might there is no towers there. Okay, chances are there. Clear? So maybe gadgets will be there, but they are unable to use the internet facilities. Okay, so that's a problem. So that's a right, but we are unable to express or are unable to enjoy that today. Okay, so freedom of speech and expression. Any chances are there today? Are there, but limited. Limited. Clear or not? Okay, we can enjoy all these fundamental rights, but in some special situations, like emergency conditions, the government has the power to withdraw these rights. Clear? So that's the last point. So that is an important point for us. Okay, so we are moving to the next topic: aspirations and goals of a society. Aspirations and goals. What do you mean by aspiration? Aspirations. Hmm? What do you mean by the term aspiration? Come on, tell me.
Something like an ambition,
Yeah, of
something you
course.
want to.
A wish. Okay, an ambition. Okay, it's called to be aspiration. Okay, so each and every individual have an aspiration with him, right or not, or with her, right? We want to achieve that. We want to achieve this. Clear? Either or not. Or anybody is there in the world without any ambitions? Hmm? Nobody. We are unable to find anyone. Okay, except some monks there, right? Like Buddha, like Jay. Okay, who is the leader of Jains? Mahavira. Heard about him? Okay, like some people are there, so they don't want any thing to satisfy. Okay, there there is no ambition for that people. Okay, but we are not like that. The common people are not like that. We have some ambitions, right? Yes or no? So we are discussing that today. Next point for us, it is most of the aspiration goals of a society. So each and every society also have some aspirations. Some goals will be there, right? Okay, tell me, what is the goal of your locality, your society, your community? Tell me. Can anyone? So each group of people, they have some ambitions, some goals will be there. Example, the tribal people, those living in the forest, okay, or the outskirts of the forest. What is their ambition? For example, what will be that?
To get more facilities
Hmm.
and be more developed in the
Of course.
infrastructure.
Oh, of course. Okay. So they are leading a what kind of life it is? We can say that it is a primitive one, right or not? Not developed, not well developed. Okay. So they want better housing facilities, better sanitation facilities, good roads to their locality, good health care and good education. Okay. They all will dream about that. Clear? Clear? Okay. For asking, so what is Basari? What is your ambition? Last Basari. Basari, Vasudi, can you hear me? Hello? Vasudi, are you there? Connectivity sharing. So, Amal Roshan, what is your answer? Amal, tell me. Tell me.
What ambition?
No ambition at all.
Yes, sir. Become
Then tell me.
collector.
You want to become a collector. So let it be. That means a material one or non-material one. It is a non-material one, right or no? Okay, so collector in the sense, Amal Roshan is thinking about the facilities that he's going to enjoy after being a collector, right? Yes or no? Of course. So material one. Any non-material things are there? Non-material, like more security, more respect in the society, more dignity in the society, something like that. No. So you're thinking about the material benefits. Okay, fine. So most of the people will think about that. In some societies, okay, we are able to find this kind of wish also. Okay, what they want to lead a good life in the society with more respect. Clear or not? With more dignity, with more security. Clear? If you are going to Afghanistan, okay, uh, the people first they will think about that only. They don't want any other amenities. They want a secured life. Clear or not? Hmm? Maybe two people will standing on the street and speaking something. All of a sudden, what will happen there? Might a bomb will drop. A gunshot will be there. Okay. So most of the Middle East countries are facing this problem, even in African countries also, right or not? There is no security for life. Clear? They cannot say that I will come back in the evening. Okay, when they're going job, they cannot say this waiting to hear their family. I will come back in the evening. There is no security. Clear? Clear? So we want that kind of things also in the society, right? Not only the material things, non-material needs also are there. Okay, not material aspirations also are there. Okay, most of the older constitutions limited themselves largely to allocating decisions making power and setting some limits to the government power. But many 20th century constitutions, of which the Indian constitution is the finest example, also provide an enabling framework for the government to do certain positive things. Okay, so most of the governments in the world, they are giving some special powers to their governments. Okay, in India also, the Indian government gives some special powers to the government. Government want to do that. Okay, that is related with the positive things. Clear or not? Not something to do, but the government want to do some positive activities. Okay, that will always help the people to develop. What kind of development? Maybe material development, social development, economical development, okay, infrastructure facilities, human capital formation through health and education. So government want to implement the different programs and policies to support the people to achieve development. What is that? Support the people to achieve development by providing health care, by providing education, by creating
Sir,
infrastructure facilities. Yeah.
some of the people in the news I heard near some of the people didn't get a home. Government is not giving.
No. So various problems are there with the government, right? There is no money with the government. That's a nashtam.
Then for the poor people,
Huh.
bank is not providing loans.
Definitely, there is a problem with the poor people. They don't have any collateral to submit in the bank. There is no security with that people, right? So the banks are reluctant to give the loans. Clear or not? Hmm? So, for example, the condition of the poor people in our country is very bad, right? For example, I can say if you're purchasing a 10 rupee recharge card from a shop, a mobile shop, okay, you can enjoy only 6 rupees as talk time, right? Yes or no? But you people not purchase such kind of things there, right? Online recharge will be there. Let it be. Okay, so I come to that point. So if you're purchasing a 10 rupees recharge card, you can use only 6 rupee or 18 paise or something. Okay, as the top time. Clear? The same time you're spending 500 rupees, you will get a full talk time. Clear? So the rich people, their money is safe, and the poor people's money is always looting by these companies, right? Right? That's the problem in our society, Mr. Amal. Okay, there is no money with the poor people now. Okay, so before 2 weeks, a particular auction notice came in the newspaper from Manappuram Finance. Okay, number of people pledged their gold ornaments in this Manappuram Finance.
Sir, I
Okay,
want to ask one doubt.
tell me.
Sir, some people are taking chitti. Chitti is illegal to make money.
Pardon, I'm not, the question is
Sir,
not clear.
chitti, finance company.
Okay, okay. Yeah, finance company.
Illegal or not?
Ah,
I will not.
there are number of non-banking financial institutions are there. If it is registered under the RBI, it is okay, no problem, right? But if it is not registered under the Reserve Bank of India, the people, the common people, they have a tendency, they will deposit the money anywhere if someone offering them a more, what you can say, interest. Clear or not? That time they will not observe this particular organization is registered under the RBI or not. They will simply deposit lakhs of rupees in that, or crores of rupees in that. Within 1 or 2 months, that people will shutter the shop or shutter the store and they will escape. So that's a problem, right? Okay. So the greedy people, they will face this kind of problem. Clear? If you are investing money in the financial institution that is registered under the Reserve Bank of India, the money is protected. But the thing is, the interest rate is not that heavy. Clear or not? That means it's not
Sir,
that good. Okay, not attractive. Tell me.
sir. So, isn't there any law to protect those people who are investing that are not under the RBI?
That is up to each and every individual. Okay, it is our responsibility to protect our money. So if you earn money, you have a number of choices with you. Okay, in India, we are a free democracy, right or not? Each and every individual has the right to spend his or her money as per his or her wish. Clear? Understand? After earning money, you can throw that in the ocean. Nobody will ask. Okay, so depositing in such kind of institution is also like that only, right? So guidelines are there. So number of informations are provided by the Reserve Bank of India. If you're observing in a textbook also, you can see the backside cover. You can see such kind of information there. Okay, related with the fraud calls. Okay, phishing. Okay, non-government institutions. They are looting money from the people. Okay, child helpline. Okay, fight against what you can say domestic violence. Like the number of informations are provided. For example, sometimes some mails will come to our email or SMS to our mobile phones. Okay, okay, your mobile number is won. Okay, what is that? 1,000 billion euros. Okay, what is that? 1,000 billion euros there. Okay, in what kind of lottery? Lottery is that? The lottery the process is conducted by BBC. The process is conducted by ESPN or Start Sports. Okay. You ever received such kind of messages? No, no. But myself, there's a number of such messages I received. Okay. So there is no excitement in that. What is that? So one day, one thing happened. I think that in 2016, a poor farmer from Madhya Pradesh, okay, he received a message like that in English. Okay. And one person in that particular village, he's educated, it seems there. He, what you can say, stimulated him that, oh, you want this much of money, you just go to Delhi BBC office, you will get what is that, nearly 500 million pounds or something like that. That much money he won, it seems. So this farmer, all of a sudden, he sold all his property. All his property he sold for a nominal price. Okay, and he took his bag and left to Delhi. Okay, and he reached the BBC office and showed the message and asked the money. Okay, where is my money? So BBC don't know about this kind of things there, right or not? So all forgery, right? Manipulated messages there. Okay, or sometimes some people from North India, they will make a call to our phones, right? Okay, so you received this gift, you received that gift. So I one day I won one Tata Safari car worth rupees 12 lakh rupees. Okay, then they told that 25,000 rupees you should send it to us for registration purpose. I told, okay, so anyway the cost of the car is 12,000, right or not? I want the money of the car. They are ready to give the money also. Okay, not the car, but the cost of the car. So I told you take 25,000, balance 11 lakh, 75,000, please transfer to my account. Again, no calls. Clear or not? Okay, so that like that you have to manage it. Okay, first of all, I want to understand. So no financial institutions will ask for this kind of CVV number, OTP. Okay, like that. Okay, so don't reveal the matters to such kind of a fraud call, phone calls there, right? So please understand that. Nobody will give money freely, right? First of all, you want to understand that. If your parent gives also, they will ask why this money, right or not? They will ask or not. Will they simply give the money for you? Never. They will ask what is the need, what is the purpose of this one, right? So remember, no one will give money simply. So don't fall in such kind of traps there. If it is false, so it is very difficult to escape. Okay, next one for you people, you're using online games there. Okay, don't create any problem for your parents by spending money. Okay, number of students, okay, in this pandemic period, number of people suicide because of they
Addicted
lose
with the
lots of
games, sir.
money. Yeah, addicted. They're
One
addicted. Okay.
teacher's
Ah,
what teacher's son was addicted, and his bank balance 3 lakh gone for a game.
Definitely. Okay, this kind of problems are there. So be cautious. Okay, let it be. So, Amal, you're not clear now. What I told? Your question is that, right? What is the question, man? What was that?
If we are others are making in money in cities illegal or legal?
Illegal. Ah, that is illegal. Okay. So where from you reached here? Okay. Let it be. So delete all these things. I wiped away. Okay. Come back to the textbook. Okay, so aspirations. So each and every individual have their or societies have a aspiration or goals to achieve some development. The Indian Constitution was particularly innovative in this respect. Societies with deep entrenched inequalities of various kinds will not only have to set limits on the power of the government, they will also have to enable and empower the government to take positive measures to overcome forms of inequality or deprivation. Okay, so it is the responsibility of the government to provide or protect the socially or economically backward people, right? Clear or not? Want to give special attention to such kind of people there. So all around the development of the country is the main aim of the government. At the same time, there are numerous people are there. Number of people are there in the country. Basically, they're socially and economically deprived classes or backward people, right or not? So it is the responsibility of the government to uplift them or help them to develop. Okay, so that's also part of the constitution's function. The constitution giving information or some particular task to the government to improve such kind of people's life in the society. Okay, so come back. So constitution may enshrine the aspirations of a society, and framers of the Indian constitution, for example, thought that each individual in society should have all that is necessary for them to lead a life of minimal dignity and the social self-respect, minimum material well-being, education, etc. So each and every society, they want all these things there. They want the minimal dignity and security in the society. Okay, self-respect, social self-respect in the society, minimum material well-being. Okay, material well-being means the basic needs of life, right? Okay, and they want the minimum education also. Okay, so the Indian Constitution enshrine all these values in the Constitution that it is the responsibility of the government to provide justice to the people. The Indian Constitution enabled the government to take positive welfare measures. Remember, positive welfare measures, some of which are legally enforceable. As we go on studying the Indian Constitution, we shall find that such enabling provisions have the support of the preamble to our Constitution. Okay, so all these values are basically mentioned in the Constitution related with the justice. Okay, what kind of justice? What kind of justice is mentioned in the preamble?
Social justice.
Ah, social justice, political justice, economic justice. Okay, so it should be provided for each and every individual in society. Okay, on the preamble of our constitution, and these provisions are found in the section of fundamental rights. The directive principles of the state policy also enjoin government to fulfill certain aspirations of the people. Okay, so the fourth function of the government or the constitution, not the government, of the constitution is to enable the government to fulfill the aspirations of society and create conditions for a just society. Clear? So it's the responsibility of the government to what? What the government want to do? Okay, the government want to fulfill the aspirations of the society. Okay, fulfill the aspirations, demands. Okay, their dreams. It is the responsibility of the government. And create conditions for a just society. What kind of society? Just society where justice prevail everywhere. Justice exists everywhere. What type of justice? Social justice, political justice, economic justice. Clear? So all these things are that much necessary to lead a life in the society with the minimum dignity, minimum self-respect, minimum material belonging, and the minimum education. Clear? Is that clear? So far we discussed about four functions of the constitution. Four functions of the constitution. Hope these ideas are clear for you. Is that clear or not? Is that clear or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so Abhilash, tell me all these four functions of the constitution. Come on fast.
Okay,
The
so the
first one.
first, it provides a
Abhilash will
basic.
Abhilash will say it and someone want to explain it. Come on.
Okay, the Constitution provides the basic set of rules and regulations.
Come
Uh,
on. Okay, fine. Good. So tell me what is that San and Jose? What is these basic rules of coordination?
Sir, basic rules means how to say?
What to say?
Um, like as in, sir, if when you're living in house, you need to know some basic things in the society. So you live.
So political is like that. When you say something society, development, such kind of words are giving the answer, right? It will create the answer, right? Yes,
Sir,
of course, those words are there, but you have to use in the correct frequency. So
sir,
minimum
what?
set of rules. Okay, so minimum set of rules basically protecting each and every individual to lead a secure life in the society, right? Minimum coordination. Clear? You want minimum coordination and a secured life. So rules and regulations are there. We know that no other individual will create any trouble for the other individual, right? Because it is against the law. And the belief, just a belief. Okay, fine. So second, Abhilash.
So the second function is that the constitution provides who the powers of the government and how the government should be constituted.
Okay, fine. So for the next class, today one more session is there for us, right? Before that, everyone want to learn all these four functions of the constitution. Okay, all these four functions of the constitution, and I'll ask a question there. It is a very important topic for the examination. Functions of the constitution. Okay, if you don't know these functions of the constitution, the coming chapters are useless for us. Clear or not? So it is very important to understand what are the functions of the constitution. Clear or not? So government, sorry, the constitution want to fulfill that. Clear? Clear? Okay. Okay. So first of all, we want to understand that the constitution is very important for a society. Without a constitution, it is very difficult to maintain or lead a good life with a minimum security in a society. So constitution is an important one. And the functions of the constitution. Okay, so far we discussed the four functions of the constitution. So each and every function have its own importance in the society. Clear or not? Okay, that's the fourth function we discussed here. What is that? It's the responsibility of the government to fulfill the aspirations of a society and create conditions for a just society. Okay, such kind of rules and regulations are mentioned in the directive principles of the state policy. Clear? Of state policy, directive principle of state policy. So there are a number of responsibilities are there for the government. Government want to fulfill that. Why these responsibilities? What is the need of these things there? Okay, it is just to develop the society, just to support the society to achieve development. Okay, that clear? Okay, everyone. And one more period. So learn all these things properly. I will ask question. You should answer me. Okay. So how many of you present today? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, everyone. Thank you.